What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of The Opinion. And I'm back with another follow-up on the Cap 405 as it relates to Jim Knowles. And this is just proof of the very first video that I made when I talked about Cap 405 and how Oklahoma fans and nobody should even be subscribing to this guy. This that you see on the screen, this is a direct text from his website that he was telling his followers that are subscribed to him. He was telling his subscribers like a week and a half ago before Jim Knowles, because let's just catch everybody up. Jim Knowles was Ohio State's defensive coordinator. Jim Knowles has since taken the job at Penn State for the opening that Penn State has. Okay, leading up to the national championship game, and even before the national championship game, Cap 405, he's a quote-unquote insider. I call him an outsider because he's not really an insider as it relates to Oklahoma football. He's not on the same level as Sooner Scoop and or OU insider. Those guys are the real insiders as well. So Cap 405 is not even that. But just in case you thought maybe he was, this is proof that Cap 405 has no idea what he is talking about. So leading up to the national championship game, Cap 405 was telling his subscribers that a deal was in place and the deal was basically done. They were just down to bullet points. You can read it for yourself. It's right here on the screen. He told his followers that Oklahoma was in fact going to get Jim Knowles and that the deal was in place. And lo and behold, Penn State comes in and swoops and gets Jim Knowles. Jim Knowles, maybe he was in discussions with OU. I'm not saying that he wasn't. But to come out and tell your followers that Jim Knowles, that basically a contract was in place when basically it was later found out that Oklahoma's administration really was not involved in the deal. This was completely, for the most part, Brent Venables talking to Jim Knowles. So if the administration was not involved in it, there was no contract ever being worked up. Sooner Scoop confirmed that once all the news came out that Jim Knowles is likely going to be taking the Penn State job. Sooner Scoop came out and confirmed that Oklahoma's administration was not even hardly involved here. That means if the administration was hardly involved, that means that there was no contract, there was no down to the bullet points. Cap 405 is a fraud, as I told you in the message previous. And what's weird is that when I was in the Cap 405 group, here's the thing. I realized very quickly that this guy's a fraud. And so, they called themselves removing me. But when I was in his group, in his minions, I told them that Oklahoma was not getting Jim Knowles. And that's one of the reasons that they called themselves removing me, because they could not handle the truth. So I'm 2-0 on predictions versus the so-called insider. He said Joe John Finley was leaving. That didn't happen. I was right. They thought Oklahoma was going to get Jim Knowles. I knew Oklahoma would not get Jim Knowles. I told them as much in their group. They didn't like it. They removed me. Who ended up being the guy that was right? It was me, not him. And I'm not even calling myself an insider, so I wouldn't do that. But he for sure is not an insider. So OU fans, do not subscribe to this guy. You're giving your money away. Like I said, if you're going to subscribe to anybody, go to OU Insider or go to Sooner Scoop. Leave it to those guys, or heck, just follow Toby Rowland. I mean, heck, he's not even a so-called insider. He's the one that dropped the news. So follow the real people. Leave guys like Cap 405 alone, because all they're going to do, they're just going to stir you up with wrong information. And then at the end of the day, he's the one getting your money on an every month subscription. So that's all I have to say. This is just a follow-up to prove that the video that I made, I was not hating. I'm actually telling the truth. So for all you Cap 405 followers, don't come out and tell me I'm the one that's butthurt. No. You guys are butthurt because you couldn't handle the truth when I told you that Joe John Finley was not leaving and that Jim Knowles was not coming to Oklahoma. Now you have to eat the truth. How does it taste? I'm out.